Have you ever considered how opposites might not be so opposite after all? This question introduces us to the concept of paradoxical thinking, a philosophy that dares to challenge our traditional Western views on opposites. Paradoxical thinking, as the name suggests, involves embracing contradictions, the coexistence of what we often perceive as opposites. It's like peering at the world through a kaleidoscope where the same pieces create ever-changing patterns, each unique, yet born of the same elements. Consider the ancient wisdom of Lao Tzu. He proposed that the Tao, the source of everything, is both named and nameless. A conundrum, isn't it? But it's also a profound insight into the nature of existence. It's about acknowledging the mystery that underlies all forms, the unknowable realm that births the visible world, yet remains invisible within it. But how does this relate to self-improvement, you might ask? Well, let's take a look at the concept of desiring and desireless. In our goal-oriented society, we're often encouraged to desire, to strive, to seek. Yet, Lao Tzu suggests that there's an equal power in being desireless, in allowing, in accepting. It's not about abandoning action, but about finding a balance, a continuum between trying and simply being. And what about the 10,000 things Lao Tzu speaks of? These refer to the myriad objects and phenomena we encounter in life. Despite our scientific knowledge and categorizations, these 10,000 things emerge from the mystery of the Tao. We too are part of this eternal Tao, animating and experiencing life's unfolding drama. In essence, paradoxical thinking invites us to embrace the paradox of being informed while allowing the mystery to unfold. It's about becoming comfortable with uncertainty, of letting go of our need to label and define everything. Understanding paradoxical thinking is the first step towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. It's about opening our minds to the infinite possibilities that lie within the paradoxes of life. So, are you ready to explore the paradox of thinking? Now, let's take a journey to the East and explore a fundamental concept in Chinese philosophy, the Tao. The Tao, often translated as the Way, is a profound and paradoxical idea. It's both named and nameless, the origin of all things, yet invisibly within everything. Trying to define it is like trying to catch the wind in your hands. It slips away, elusive and indefinable. Imagine the Tao as the vast ocean, with all life emerging from its depths. We too are part of this eternal Tao, the animating force that shapes our experiences. When we let go and allow, we begin to sense this hidden mystery, this life force that is both within us and around us. Now, let's introduce another concept, yin and yang. These are two contrasting elements, yet they represent balance and harmony. Yin is the dark, passive, receptive part, while yang is the bright, active, giving part. They're like two sides of a coin, inseparable and complementary, each containing a seed of the other. In the Western world, we often view opposites as irreconcilable. Good versus evil, light against darkness. But in the Tao, yin and yang are not adversaries. They are part of a continuous cycle, a dance of energies that give rise to each other. Just as day turns into night and winter follows summer, yin and yang continually transform into each other, maintaining equilibrium in the universe. Now, imagine these principles at work in your life. The active preparation, the striving and desiring, that's your yang. And then there's the effortless allowing, the acceptance, that's your yin. Recognizing this dance within you, this interplay of yin and yang, can lead to a greater awareness of the Tao, the mystery, the visible and the invisible. The Tao and yin-yang teach us that opposites aren't just contradictions, but parts of a greater whole. They remind us that in every ending, there's a new beginning. In every challenge, there's an opportunity. And in this dance of opposites, we find the harmony and balance that is the essence of life. So, how can we apply these ancient principles to our modern lives? Let's dive into the art of allowing, a key aspect of Taoist philosophy. Allowing is the process of letting go, of surrendering to the flow of life. It's about releasing our grip on desire and instead opening ourselves up to what the universe has to offer. But don't mistake this for passivity. It's an active choice to stop trying so hard, to stop pushing against the current. It's about finding that delicate balance between striving and surrendering. Now, how does this tie into paradoxical thinking? Remember, in Taoism, opposites are not really opposites. They're different aspects of the same thing. So desire and desirelessness are not two opposing forces, but two sides of the same coin. When we desire, we're actively preparing for something. When we're desireless, we're effortlessly allowing it to happen. And how can we practice this in our daily lives? It starts with awareness. Notice when you're trying too hard, when you're forcing things. Feel the tension in your body, the stress in your mind. Then, consciously choose to let go. Allow things to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean you give up on your goals or stop taking action. It simply means you stop attaching so much importance to the outcome. This practice of allowing also extends to our relationships and interactions. Instead of trying to control or manipulate situations, we can choose to let them be. When our expectations crumble, instead of reacting, we can practice allowing. We can be astute observers, judging less, listening more, and opening our minds to uncertainty. Allowing also means letting go of our incessant need to name and label everything. The Tao teaches us that the world is a mystery, and it's okay not to have all the answers. It's okay not to understand everything. By practicing allowing, we can begin to see the world not as a collection of opposites, but as a continuum of experiences. Through this practice, we can cultivate a greater awareness of ourselves and the world around us. And in doing so, we can live in harmony with the Tao. Living according to the Tao isn't just about understanding, but also about action. In the everyday hustle and bustle, the Tao can seem abstract, elusive even. But it's not. It's as tangible as the air we breathe, as palpable as the heartbeat drumming in our chest. Let's talk about how to practice the Tao daily. Consider the moments that annoy you, the ones that make your brows knit and your fingers tap in impatience. Perhaps it's the traffic snarl on your way to work, or the barista who always seems to get your coffee order wrong. In these moments, turn inward. Observe the tension in your body, the flurry of thoughts in your mind. This is where you stand, on the precipice between desiring and allowing, between frustration and acceptance. Here's where the art of allowing comes into play. It's about feeling the sensations, the annoyance, the impatience, and simply letting them be. Not pushing them away, not giving them undue importance, but just observing and accepting without judgment. It's about remembering that, like the 10,000 things, your experiences too emerge from the mystery of the Tao. Dealing with challenges, big or small, is another crucial aspect of living the Tao. The Tao isn't about avoiding life's storms, but about learning to dance in the rain. It's about understanding that, just as the day gives way to night, so does joy to sorrow, success to failure. And in this cycle of life, there is a beautiful, harmonious rhythm. Personal responsibility is the key to encountering the mystery within. It's about acknowledging our role in shaping our experiences, in animating our journey through life. It's about recognizing that we too are a part of the eternal Tao, both the observer and the observed, both the creator and the creation. Living the Tao means embracing the paradoxes of life and finding harmony within them. It's about permitting the paradox of being in form while allowing the mystery to unfold. It's about being an active participant in life while also being a silent observer. It's about living, truly living, in the here and now. What does it mean to be a sage in today's world? As we delve deeper into this question, we uncover the intrinsic wisdom that resides within each one of us. A sage, much like the Tao, embodies the essence of paradoxical thinking. The sage nurtures, yet possesses nothing. The sage works, yet is unattached to the results. The sage leaves a lasting impact, yet forgets the work once it's done. Imagine a gardener tending to a garden with utmost care, yet understanding that the blossoms are not her possession. She sows the seeds, waters the plants, and ensures they get the right amount of sunlight, but she knows she can't control the blooming of the flowers. This is the essence of nurturing without possessing, a quality we see in a sage. Now, think about working on a project fully immersed, giving it your all, yet knowing that the outcome is not in your control. This is the sage's perspective on work. The sage is completely involved in the act of doing, but detached from the results. This is not about being indifferent, but about understanding the nature of life, where efforts and outcomes often don't line up perfectly. Finally, consider a teacher who imparts knowledge, shapes minds, and influences many lives, yet never holds on to the credit. Once the teaching is done, she lets go, understanding that her work is part of a larger flow of wisdom. This is the sage's way of leaving an impact, yet forgetting the work once it's done. These qualities of a sage are not alien to us. They are deeply embedded within each one of us, waiting to be unearthed as we align ourselves with the principles of the Tao, embracing yin and yang and allowing paradoxes to coexist. We awaken the sage within us. The sage within us shows us the power of paradoxical thinking and how it can lead to a life of balance, harmony, and understanding.